everybody! Welcome to my first podcast episode. I hope you enjoyed. But first, most of you watching my videos are actually not subscribed. I guess just get good. Just kidding. Have a great time watching the video, and if you like it or enjoy it, maybe leave a like and maybe subscribe if you want to. But that's totally your choice. Have a great video and enjoy the podcast. Bye! Chat! Hi, hello everybody! Welcome to the stream. Today we're having the first episode of Phrogcast, which will be a thank you for following Yonder Wolf Gaming, which will be basically a podcast where I interview random people. Before I start introducing the guests though, I'll quickly tell you about some new updates. First of all, my emotes got finally approved, so you can use my face in mine and other people's chat. Isn't that cool? Also, a little thing that kind of came up out of a joke. I have a merch store now, so if you do ! merch in chat, you'll be able to get like merch of me, which is kinda I'm not used to stuff like that. So yeah. Thank you so much, Jay. Thank you so much, Ura. Okay. Now, to introduce our guest today, we have Renahliaa from Twitter. I'm so sorry if I botched your name. You are unmuted, you can talk now, so hello.
Okay, hi everybody. Yeah, I'm Renahliaa. You can pronounce it however you want, though I don't have any preference, so that was fine. Online I just go by Ren, so that's that.
Okay, and with that, we start into the Phrogcast. It's quite simple, actually. It's like really actually quite simple. I will be asking questions, Renahliaa will answer, and yeah, that's the basic flow of it. I hope y'all like it. And we're playing bedwars in the background for y'all to enjoy.
And I apologize in advance if I suck at bedwars. I've been practicing, but I am not a natural, so I'm just trying my best.
Well, don't worry, I am average at it, so you won't be the only one. Hi, Cactus Not Found. Nice to see you. So, we're playing on Hypixel today.
Alright.
Copy. Are you on the server so that I can?
Yes, I am.
Perfect, then I can. Okay. So, we're playing on Hypixel while we do the interview, and I'll quickly ask the first question while we start a party. Well, what is your name? What are your pronouns?
So online I just go by Ren, so everybody can just call me Ren, and I am using she, her pronouns.
Wonderful. She is an artist, and there is basically her art on the side of the screen, as you can see. Well, what are your interests? Do you have other interests in art, or is it just art?
Yes, actually. So other than art, I do like a lot of other creative stuff. I am a professional ghostwriter and copy editor, but I also do write for fun, like short stories and poetry in the past. I don't publish any of it myself. I publish for other people. But yeah, I really like writing. I really like reading too. That's what got me into writing. Let's see. I also do photography, so I do kind of like all the arts that I can think of. Other than that, I used to ride horses. I don't anymore, but I really like animals. I am training one of my dogs right now to be a service dog for me. So he's in training. Spend a lot of time with him. And I really like TV shows. So like Law and Order is one of my favorites. Criminal Minds is really good. And other than that, I think politics would be my other interest. I almost went into a career in politics, so that would be probably my other biggest interest. Is politics. So.
Oh, that's quite cool. So, what is your favorite book? Do you have a favorite series or something?
Oh man, you know, as a kid I really liked the Warrior series, but I haven't read that in forever. So right now I'd say that my favorite book is probably Oh man, that's actually a really hard question. I would say Salt to the Sea. It's like a historical fiction book that I'm reading like right now. I'm not done with it yet, but it's been really well written, and I've cried like twice already. So I've been really enjoying that. Not gonna lie.
Oh damn, that sounds cool. I actually used to read a lot, but I don't really remember right now. I'm just falling into the whole of reading some fan stories online.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, Lime Green is bridging over to us. So.
Oh god, hold on.
Yeah, I'll try and send them off, but yeah, no. I used to read a lot of fan stuff too. Like back a few years ago, I was kind of into not just Criminal Minds, but sorry, it's really hard for me to multitask.
Oh, don't worry, that's fine. Criminal Minds. I remember it. My parents watching it. I keep forgetting what it's about. So.
It's basically it's kind of like a crime show basically with like serial killers and stuff. So it's kind of graphic, but it's really interesting. The characters are really well written, so that's why a lot of people like it. I think so.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool. You said you almost went to a career in politics. What are you doing right now?
Lime Green is back, by the way.
Oh god. Are you
say that again, sorry?
Are you studying something or are you working?
So, yeah, I'm actually, damn, my combo is really good.
Oh,
I'm in training to be a history teacher, actually, right now. So, well, that's unfortunate.
Oh, that is really unfortunate. Hold on, where are they? There are there.
I'm not sure.
Oh god.
All right. Yeah, so history teacher. So my major is history right now. I've just barely gotten into the education classes, but I'm enjoying it a lot, so I'm pretty excited.
Oh, that's actually quite cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so then we have like the basics down. You do art, so I'm asking you the art-specific questions that I've prepared.
No, absolutely. Green keeps freaking coming back.
Yeah, like they're kind of rushing here.
A little bit. It's not going well for them.
I mean, it's only helping me with my stats. I'm just getting more.
Yes,
kills.
true. Free kills.
So, what are you using to create art? Which mediums, programs, or stuff?
Sure. So I've been using Procreate on my iPad since I think early 2018 or late 2017. I'm not completely certain, but it's really good. It's basically like budget photo. Oh damn! Ouch.
Oh god.
It's basically like budget Photoshop. But I really do think it's a lot better than people realize. I know a lot of people are like, oh no, I want to like professionally use Photoshop, but Photoshop is expensive and difficult. So if you guys are just getting into digital art, I totally recommend Procreate, and it's really easy to make stuff look really good on there. So I wouldn't discount it just because it's like a free app, you know.
Oh
so.
Yeah. Oh wait.
Actually, it might not be free. Sorry, I might have misspoke. I believe it is a small fee, but it's worth it.
Oh, your Minecraft skin is actually quite cute.
Oh, thank you. I found it this morning because I hadn't. I had a default skin because I hadn't played on this account in a long time. But...
Oh yeah, that's cute. Okay, so Procreate. Are you drawing on like a tablet or do you have like a drawing tablet? I don't.
Yeah, so I just use an iPad. So I used I got a refund from my school and I was like, you know what, it's time to upgrade. So I went ahead and bought an iPad and an Apple Pencil, and totally worth it. I think it's pretty comparable to like professional drawing tablets, especially with like the sensitivity and stuff that people really need to get really detailed lines and stuff. So yeah, iPad. I don't know what generation it is. I got it secondhand, and I could look, but that is a lot of effort. So it's a newer one though, so it's definitely does the job. So pretty good. I do draw traditionally sometimes too, but I do have hand problems, so it's a little hard for me to do that. But
oh, that's pretty cool. I know a few people who use like Procreate and an iPad. So, Cyan is kind of coming over. So.
Oh, great. Okay, I covered our bed, so
perfect. Hold on. Well, how did you get into your art medium? Have you seen like people use it before and then just went like, hey, that's cool, or?
Yeah, actually, so my best friend is going to art school right now. So back when I first started drawing back in 2018, 2017, she had just gotten an iPad as well and was starting to work on her portfolio and stuff to get accepted. And I was like, that's kind of sick. And I started, fooling around with hers. And then eventually I was like, you know what? I think I could make this a fun thing to do, and I bought my own. Oh, hello, Diane. No bed for you.
Oh,
Bye. Oh, there's 2 of them. Shit, one got me off the edge, but I got one off too.
I am so stupid. Oh god.
It's okay. Cool. But you're not stupid. You did fine. What are you talking about?
No, I was like in the tree up there, so
that's fine. I didn't know there were 2 of them. That's on me too. But yeah, so that's how I started getting into digital art. Because I'd been drawing traditionally before, just, you know, on doodling on paper, and I had a couple sketchbooks. But yeah, that's how I was like, you know what, digital art kind of could be fun, so why don't I give it a shot? And here we are.
Oh. Okay, my Minecraft glitched for a second. Okay,
Nice.
a question that most artists hate, especially the ones that I know.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite thing about your art?
Oh, rough. Okay, that's actually a really good question, though. So I think for me, it would be how easy it is for me to change up my style. Like, if you look at a lot of my early work, it's pretty, I wouldn't say realistic, but it's not stylized a lot. Like, I included one slightly older piece in the stuff I sent you. It should cycle through on screen in a bit. It is Tommy in it fan art, but it does not look like Tommy. It just looks like a guy, because I didn't quite understand how to use my style to get like face proportions and face shapes and face styles down. And I've been able to, oh damn, I'm so colorblind. It's like, that's white, that wasn't white, that was blue.
Oh no, I completely...
Oh shit, I'm out. Ugh, damn. Oh yeah, so I think my favorite thing about my own art is that I'm able to change up my style. Like, notice something that I don't like and be like, alright, I want to fix this, and then just do it. Which is pretty helpful. If not that, then I'd say I kind of like how my lines have like a rougher texture. It's kind of like a painterly style, but, you know, combined with a bit of, I wouldn't say cartoon, but a bit of like line art and stuff. So Sunny, sorry, my dog is throwing his toys around. So that's what I think that's what I like about my own art the most. So.
Do you have like an idol in art, like where you just look up to, or that inspired your art style that you have today?
So yeah, I don't think that I can share their names, because then you'd be able to track back to my commission account, which is totally fine for people I know, but I do want to keep my fan art and my commission stuff separate, just for like business purposes, I guess. But a lot of people in the deviant art community who draw animals and stuff, a lot of that, so I started off doing like pet portraits and stuff, and that's a lot of what my commissions end up being. Other than that, I don't know any names of any like MCYT artists yet, because I am pretty new to this world, but it's been insanely impressive, and I've certainly been admiring a lot of the people I keep seeing on my timeline. Okay, I'm gonna start bridging. No, they're going that way. I'm gonna bridge over this way.
I know a few people in the MC YouTube community, and like I'm happy for every mutual, because before I made my account completely based on my streams and stuff. I used to be an MC YouTube artist.
Nice. No, that's cool. It's a great way. I mean, it's been such a nice community so far. I'm really impressed. I didn't think it would be. Because I used to be in, like, back in 2014 maybe, when other MCYTs were huge, like Jerome ASF and, like, Asian Canadian stuff. I was into that as a bit of a younger teenager, and that community was exhausting. So I was really impressed when I got into this one, and I was like, wait, you guys are actually nice and, like, not that toxic? What is this? This is really weird. So, no, it's definitely been a really good experience so far. I'm having a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Especially, it's like, the thing that I noticed the most is how quick, like, people are so fast at
They
this stuff.
are! It's insane!
It's amazing. Also, like, the phenomenon of joining the MC YouTube fan artist community and just immediately getting better at art. It is something that I've noticed with my own stuff. Like, I am using, for when I do art, I use only MS Paint. And I started out with like pretty rough stuff, but in the end it always looked kind of good, and then I just got better the longer I spent in the fandom, and it was just like kind of weird at first.
Yeah, no,
like,
I totally get that.
But like a bunch of people said like, oh, as soon as I joined MC YouTube artist community, my art turned out to be looking really good. And I was like, oh, it also happened
No, I totally get that. Also, because people, by the way, I put I got some emeralds. I stuck them in our chest because I don't really like.
Okay, perfect.
potions.
Pink is.
Oh, go
Pink
ahead.
is here. Pink is here. Pink is
Oh
on.
shit. Okay, I am coming. But yeah, no, for sure. I mean, and people in this community have been. Sorry, my keyboard's fritzing out.
That's okay,
Have
don't
been
worry.
super, super kind and encouraging, even when like I was brand new starting. I still got like when I hashtagged my stuff, I still got likes on my stuff, and people have still complimented it, even though I have barely any followers, which is kind of nice. No, it's been really, really sweet so far. Oh, they're on my side, and yeah. Shit, I died, but they're low.
Oh, are they here? Oh fuck, I didn't see them. I didn't
That's
see
okay.
them.
That's okay. I respawned. Where'd they go? Oh, nice. Okay. But yeah, no, definitely. And I mean, with using MS Paint, I've used MS Paint before too, just for fun. I mean, it's basically just a sketchbook, right? A digital sketchbook. You don't need all the fancy tools to make good stuff. So, a lot of people say that, and at first I kind of didn't believe it. I was like, oh, you don't need good supplies to make good art. It certainly helps, but yeah, you really don't. All you need to do is have something that draws and something that erases, and that's all you really need. So.
Yeah, basically, drawing on MS Paint is fun, especially when you just start off and hope everything goes well.
Yeah.
But like for my art, it's just like drawing and then drawing over the lines, like coloring in, and then drawing over the colored in parts again. And it's so stressful sometimes.
Yeah, I do get that. Like, you can't have layers, which is pretty helpful. But I mean, with that, I mean, that's more like a painting style. Like, in real life, you can't really, it's harder to stay if pink is back. And good. That's unfortunate for us. But I mean, on MS Paint, if you use it right, you can really just use it like a legitimate sketchbook. It doesn't have to be complicated.
Oh, damn.
I'm gonna buy some blocks and patch that up.
Do you have any underrated tips that you could give, like, the audience today?
Oof, yeah, let me think about that. I tried to think about some of this stuff before I came on, but of course I've immediately forgotten everything that I thought about.
Oh, that's absolutely fine, don't worry.
Okay, here's one. Here's a good one. People, I think in a lot of like the art communities, people shame other people for using references, like reference photos and stuff. Like, oh, you should be able to draw from memory, or you should be able to freehand it. You don't need to be able to freehand it. Professional artists use references. They are always going to use references. You're not a bad artist if you use references. As long as you credit and you only use photos that people are like okay with having reference, there's nothing wrong with using references. Or even when you're first starting out tracing to get better at anatomy. Pink is back. To get better at anatomy, and they are killing me, but both are 3/4 health. There's nothing wrong with tracing at the beginning. I wouldn't post traced art just because people can be really judgy about it. Get out of here!
Yeah, like, at least, as long as you, like, say that it's traced, or, like, say that you used tracing as in, like, a training thing,
yeah,
I think it's fine.
I totally agree. And I mean, you don't need to post everything you trace. Like, it's good for muscle memory and stuff like that. Should we bridge over to Pink and try and get them out there?
Yeah, we could get, actually...
Alright. Okay, let's try that. But yeah, no, I mean, people are afraid of it, but like for warm-ups every day, sometimes I'll pull reference photos off of stock sites and trace a bit, and before I start freehanding, just to get my muscle memory warmed up and stuff. And people are really afraid of it. They think it makes them like a bad artist, and it doesn't. It really doesn't. So, but reference photos, I use references for almost everything I make, and that doesn't make me a less of an artist. It just makes me, I'm just using my resources, you know? It's like not using a calculator in math class. Sure, I mean, you don't have to use a calculator, but like, you're not bad at math if you do. All the professional mathematicians use calculators too, so the 3 more diamonds. They're just funneling us diamonds. They're running past the diamond generator and bringing them over to us.
Yeah, basically. I was looking at that too.
But yeah, so that's probably my biggest tip. And like, when I started off, nobody said that. They were like, oh, are you... Oop, that was there. Pink's at our base again. And I'm dead. But yeah, so I think that would have to be my biggest tip. So if you guys, like, if any of you are thinking about starting art and you're like, oh, but I'm awful, start tracing. Don't post it. Just start tracing until you get a bit of a feel for it. And then use references and just try it out. I mean, there's people say there's, like, no such thing as bad art, and I always thought that was kind of a stupid thing. Lovely. I always thought that was kind of a stupid saying because, like, yeah, sure, arguably there is, like, art that I don't like, but it doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it's different, right? So I wouldn't, like, I've never really seen anybody's art and thought, ugh, that's ugly. I see it and think, oh, that's a unique style, or oh, I should try that, or I like how they did this. And I just think that's a big part of being, oh, they have PNG, nice. It's too bad they didn't get to use it. How sad.
Yeah, I'd say
Fireball.
personally, it's like music. Not everyone's music is like the same for everybody. Like, I listen to German punk and stuff. Other people may not like that, and other people listen to like country music, which is not really my thing. So
mine neither. But I mean, I respect it and I understand its appeal, and that's the thing about art too. So,
like you don't have to love it or stuff, but you don't have. As long as you don't actively go out of your way and shame it, it should be fine.
And that is the same. That is true for a lot of stuff in life. I think like everybody's gonna have different opinions of you, but as long as they're not hurting anybody, you don't need to make it a problem.
Yeah.
But then you get into territory of like, oh, when does an opinion become like hate speech, or when it starts to hurt somebody? And then I fully believe you should deck them in the face. But with art and harmless stuff like that, there's no need to be,
oh god,
judgmental. Yeah. So no, that would be whatever we were just talking about.
Okay, so
someone said in chat, Pog support violence to homophobes. Agree. Honestly, they deserve to be decked. I'm sorry, everyone's like, oh, it's a different belief. No, deck them in the face. When your opinion hurts somebody else, it is time to punch them. Like, I'm sorry, but
I have to agree.
God. Thank you.
Like, Twitch TOS, I don't support violence. Wink,
right,
wink.
Yes, of course. No, I would never punch anybody ever.
I would never punch anybody, and I definitely have never participated in any protests and stuff.
Oh, definitely not. Nope, not involved at all.
Oh, pink.
Yeah, I died. They're low, though.
No. Oh!
Nice save.
That was a clutch. That was an actual clutch.
Yes, it was. And you have it on film, so you can have proof that you're a badass. There you go.
Yeah, I'm getting better. I'm actually getting better. Like, chat, do you have any questions for Ren?
Ooh. Q&A time, let's go.
If you have any questions, you can drop them now, because I actually don't have such a long list of questions.
That's okay.
Because I still need to expand that, kinda.
That's okay. And if there are any good ones in chat, you can just pull them out and use them for the next interview.
So I'll happily take those.
Yeah.
Do you have any art pet peeves?
Ooh, oh yes. God, okay, my first one would be, obviously, I think every artist has this pet peeve. Tracing other people's art and not crediting it is probably oh god, I'm on fire. And they kind of blew up the bed, but not quite. They're at our base again. And I died. God, where was I? Oh, right, tracing other people's art, not I would say not crediting it, but you shouldn't do it even if you do credit. Like, just don't trace other people's art. That is intellectual property theft, and you are a bad person if you do that. So that would be one of my pet peeves. Another one would be, this isn't about artists, but it's about kind of the art community. When people want free art, or they try and commission you, but then they're like, but that's so expensive. And you're like, charging minimum wage, basically. And it's like, okay, I totally get that not everybody can afford to commission. I don't commission as much as I'd like to, because I'm a college student, and we all know how that goes. But I don't go around telling artists to lower their prices to fit my budget, you know? So there's like a line between being like, hey, I'd love a commission, but I have a small budget. How can we work together on price? Or, hey, lower your price. I don't have money, but I want your art. And it's just like, it's a fine line, I think, sometimes. And I think it gets crossed a lot that I've seen. Luckily, I haven't had too many experiences with myself. My friends have all been complaining about that recently. Pink again. They're on like 1 heart, I think, at our base.
It just fell.
Oh, that takes care of that then.
Oh, pay for
there are some questions in chat. So let's see. Lucky Dolls asked if there are any good posture or hand position tips for drawing. I'm probably the wrong person to ask about this because I actually have a chronic hand injury. Not from drawing, it was from a car crash, but that's why I have a service dog. My nerves are all messed up. But for art, I sit kind of like you know, there's like the joke about how gay people can't sit right in chairs.
Oh god, yes.
It's even worse if you're an LGBTQ+ artist. God, I have never had good posture once in my life, and I never will, and that's just how it's gonna go. What I do, one thing I do, like, I'm gonna try and kill them. I'm probably gonna die, but I don't have anything anyways.
Oh no! Oh no!
I got stuck on a block! Come on, get off! Oh, they're on 1 heart! Damn it. Where was I? Darn.
Oh,
One tip I do have: a lot of people draw with their tablet or their iPad like flat on their desk. I would suggest propping. Oh, they're gone. Thank God they're eliminated. God
that
bless.
means Sign will probably come over to us.
That's okay. We can probably handle. Who am I kidding? I can't handle that. You probably can.
I mean, I can probably sweat it out and.
Perfect. That's what we
Okay.
need. Okay.
Arusuk asks, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go and why?
Ooh, great question. Okay, I have a few answers for that because a lot of them, like, I have a lot of answers and they all have different reasons. So, first would be New York because I love cities and I really want to get into city photography, but I do not live in like a metropolitan city. I live in like a pretty suburban place with my family. So I don't get a lot of chances to do city photography or just, have that fun little city experience. My aunt lives in Chicago and I've been to see her a lot and I loved it. I'd love to live in a city. And one of the cities I really want to see is New York. So I think that would be my first trip. And then after that, there's this city called Cartagena. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation because I'm really white and I do not have a good accent. But, oh, I fell. I'm so stupid. Cartagena, I think it's Colombia. I might be wrong. It's this really gorgeous, like, coastal city with, like, the most beautiful houses and bright colors and, like, markets. And it's just so gorgeous. And I was supposed to go there for a family wedding. And then COVID happened, and we didn't get to go, and it broke my heart because I was so excited. So that would be where I would probably go right now if I could. So that's a really good question, a fun one.
Oh, also, since you're mentioning photography a lot, it's also a very cool art form. I love it a lot.
Thank you.
What camera do you use, if you have?
I have, you know what? I probably cannot tell the name off the top of my head. It is a Canon. I got it on Black Friday with my last paycheck, my most recent paycheck. I am gonna come and steal a kill from Red. Or maybe get killed by Red, we'll see. Nope. That was probably the best PvP I've done in months. Oh my god, I killed 2 people. God bless. Sorry, where was I?
You were talking about your camera.
Right, so I got on Black Friday, it's a Canon. I could pull it out if we get a break and check for you, but I think there's like a lot of discourse about like what camera brand is better. I don't think it matters as long as you get like a half decent camera. As long as you know how to like work the settings right, you can make any camera a good camera. Other than iPhones or Android phones. Phone cameras are absolutely terrible. And that's the reason I actually got a camera, because I got so fed up with my phone camera not capturing what I wanted it to capture. So.
Do you have any specific style of filming or like taking pictures that you like time lapses or?
Oh, sure. I would have to say, should we go to red base? I'm kind of near red. Well, water defense. That's
I think yellow would be kind of interesting since they're not seeing me, since I think I'm invisible.
Okay, awesome. I'm going to.
Oh no, I'm
there's
no
a yellow
longer.
person.
I'm no longer invisible.
That was weird. It's okay. I almost killed one of them, but then there were suddenly 2 of them, and that never goes well. For style photography, I'd say I focus a lot on architecture. I think nature photos are fun, but I really enjoy like the angles and light that I can play with architecture. I also really like photographing with fairy lights. I think that's a lot of fun. And with like warm lighting scenes, that kind of stuff. Just making like cozy like amber vibes is kind of what I go for with photography, just because I think that's just what I consider to be pretty and what I enjoy. So.
Do you have maybe an account for your photography?
I actually do. So on Twitter, my photography account is the same username as my in-game name in Minecraft. So I don't think I'm gonna get killed. So I will type that in the chat if anybody is interested. I haven't posted on it in a while because I haven't left my house because of school. But that would be the app for that. And yeah, so I do a lot of pet photography with my dogs and other people's pets too. So that's a lot of fun. Hello, Red. Please get off the edge. Thank you. I'm
going for the yellow person up.
Okay, I will help you. I think I see you. But yeah, no, photography's been a lot of fun. I'm pretty new at it, so I'm not awesome yet, but I'm enjoying it and using editing software is really fun. Oh no, what happened?
It's just, oh god.
Uh-oh. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go and try and find a yellow person.
I'm gonna look into chat if there's another question. Pay for exposure sucks.
So I'm trying to keep an eye on chat too, but I'm really bad at it.
Sarah129 asks, do you have a favorite thing to draw, or is there any specific thing that you keep on redrawing? Like, that's something that I personally know.
Oh
that I do quite a lot.
Okay, so I think it just popped up on screen a second ago when it seconded my art. I do these like sketchy portraits of random people that I find on like Pinterest or Instagram, just to practice anatomy. I've done a lot of those. I haven't posted all of them, but those are really fun. I keep going back to those like as a warm-up. Other than that, I'd say something I always go back to drawing is landscapes, just because they're fun and they're easy, and I really enjoy like rendering out the lighting and the color in the landscapes. Other than that, animals, just because that's what I started with, will always be a favorite too. And I think I've gotten decently good at drawing pets, so that's always a plus. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty new to drawing people still, so I'm still trying to get comfortable with that. But yeah, I'd definitely say that those sketchy portraits are the things I keep redrawing right now.
Well, that's quite cool.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. I'm going to go try and track down yellow people because I want to win and get clout.
Clout.
And clout.
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay.
Let's see if there's some other thing. Oh, Nox is gay asks, what is your motivation for your art?
There's an invis person coming to our base.
That's okay.
Motivation. I think it's kind of what drove me to photography too. Like the frustration of not like having something in your head but not being able to capture it correctly is something that really bothers me. So I think that's why I started off with art too, actually. It's so that I could capture those things that I couldn't otherwise. Like, especially with fan art, like if you have a really good idea of a character, there's no way to see that unless you draw it yourself or have someone else draw it. And with pet portraits, like it's so hard to photograph pets and get like good photos of your animals because they are, animals and they move and they have their own free will. So with pet portraits, you can do like whatever you want and make it look as good as possible and just like give somebody. Wow, why am I stuck in a block? Okay, cool.
Oh, I pixel-busted a lot.
Give somebody something to like cherish forever that they couldn't get otherwise, right? Especially like if your pets have passed away, you can always go back and draw them. Yeah, I think just being able to capture things that you can't otherwise is what drew me to photography and art. So.
Oh, that's quite nice. Okay, what brought you into history?
Ooh, okay, another great question. Love to talk about this stuff. So as a high school student, I had like a lot of struggles with like mental health after the accident that messed up my nerves and gave me chronic illness. I was pretty depressed and isolated and upset and in pain all the time, and I just wasn't having a good time. But I've always really enjoyed school and learning and just like the environment of like academics. Been a bit of a nerd, I guess you could just say. Would be simpler. But in school, I met this awesome teacher. I won't say his name just because, but who pretty much, I wouldn't say he like saved my life because that's putting a lot of pressure on him, but definitely gave me like a reason to get up in the mornings during that time. I worked for him actually for 3 years as a teacher's aide, and he showed me just how big of an impact teachers can have on students' lives. And TNT? No, sir, please, no. Oh boy. Oop. They're coming back. And I fell off.
Oh wait, how did they get that much? Oh,
TNT?
No health. Oh god.
I'm about to respawn.
We won!
Okay.
We won!
How did you get a horse? Oh, we won?
Yeah, the horse is skin for when you win.
Hello! God, it's gorgeous. God, anyway, so that teacher... Oh, we won. Wait, that was impressive. I didn't expect that to happen.
Let's go!
Nice. Was that teacher just showed me like how big of an impact teachers can have on students' lives, and I was like, you know what, that'd be really sick to be able to do that. So that's how I got into teaching. And then history, I basically was like, I really like writing and I like stories, right? And history is just a giant story. It's like the most, like the DSMP has its lore that everybody loves, but like really, if you look at history, all of history has lore just like that, like wars, territorial wars, and like these friendships that were forged, just everything. And like that's what I love about history. It's like literally reading like a giant fantasy novel, and then like getting a degree in it is just so cool to me. So that's why I picked history. But yeah.
That is actually quite cool. What then?
Thank you.
I don't know much about history because I
Mhm.
basically slept through most of our education since all we did in Austria was repeat everything about World War I and World War II.
Yeah, honestly, even in America, that's kind of what happened with us too. It's all we focused on. So, I mean, that's another reason I wanted to go into it in college. Is like, hey, what's the actual truth about history? Because I know I was not told the real truth. I was told like the whitewashed American version of what we want to say happened. So in college, I'm trying to get like, you know, what actually happened without being influenced by nationalism and that kind of stuff. So.
Understandable. Yeah, America has a bit of a racism problem.
Oh, you are. I know. Believe me, preaching to the choir. It is one of the most frustrating things to me these days. Is how just it's disgusting. But you know, I hope as a teacher I can help. I don't want not to like put my viewpoints onto students, but give them the tools they need to make conclusions that are moral and good. So. But yeah, no, America's got a lot of issues these days. It's really disappointing.
I'm just gonna quickly bridge over to Pink and maybe rush them. Who knows?
Okay. I can. I'll sit here and stare at our bed. Make sure that that's good. But somebody, Knox is Gay, said my history teacher was always hungover, and my history lessons were only ever just watching Blackadder. Yeah, I think that's a pretty common experience. Is like the joke that history teachers are kind of like, the lazy teachers who just put on like Crash Course by Hank Green or something, and then like, just sit there. And I had that experience in high school. So, and that's another part of why I was like, you know what, I can be different, I can be better. So out of spite, I will not be like that. So.
Oh god, I killed 2 bats.
Oh, god. That's awesome.
Okay, from history stuff, what is your favorite history event?
Oh god, okay, also I just fell off the map because I'm stupid and
that's fine, don't worry.
There. But okay, that's actually a tough question because it's hard to like categorize favorites because hi Sunny, you can't go out right now, I'm busy, dude. Hey, bud. Dude, okay, that's really tough. I really enjoy learning about like ancient history, like Mesopotamia and ancient Sumer and that kind of stuff. That was really fun to me. Like the Epic of Gilgamesh is like an epic poem. If I'm not mistaken, it's Hindu in origin, but it was like we read it for class, and it is like a super cool like poem story thing about how society worked back then, and they had so many like cool ideas about like life and about like different gods and like how things came to be. Like one of their theories was that humans were made out of mud or something. Right, so like the gods picked up mud and shaped them into humans, and their whole theory that was like humans will dissolve back into the earth when they're dead, and we just, the earth is life force and stuff. And they were just really, it was just really cool ideas that I don't think got preserved into modern day. But I'd definitely say ancient history so far has been my favorite. Like a lot of people say the world wars or the Civil War. Wars. I get frustrated learning about wars because I think this could have been avoided if people, communicated or talked about their feelings. Like a lot of things. I'm like, oh, too bad these egotistical men had to kill each other instead of talking it out like big boys. But yeah, so I'd say, ancient history is more my speed because it's less of like a god, you guys were so like this was so avoidable, you killed so many people, and we're like, oh, this is like, the beginnings of civilization. It's so cool to see how different things were and like where modern ideas came from. Oh, nice. Final kill, job.
I've been sweating them off.
It's okay, good job. Okay, I'm gonna bridge over towards, I think this is Aqua? I'm not sure.
Aqua is dead already, so maybe to the middle island?
Okay, middle island I will do.
So, general history, like the real thing, or also like... What was it called again in English? I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. Social, like, what are you talking about? Sorry, try again.
Like, completely only like real stuff, or also like the mythical creatures and stuff as well?
God, wait, I'm blanking on the word too. Mythology, I think, is what you're
going
for.
Yeah.
So I think mythology is actually, because mythology is just another name for religion, pretty much. Like when using mythology in a historical context, it just means like unproven story, right? So like Greek mythology is, we know it as like a myth, but like to them those were their gods. So like that would be the equivalent of them calling, like Christianity a myth, right? So it's only a myth if you don't believe it yourself. But mythology in general, as in like religious stories about, you know, like the gods I was just talking about with ancient Mesopotamian stuff, definitely one of my favorite parts, just because of how like varied the stories are and how creative they are, but how they all share like the same basic tenets, like life came from this, and when you die this happens, or like I don't know, it's just sunny. Sorry, I'm gonna have to let my dog out in a second. He's throwing a little tantrum.
That's fine, don't worry.
But yeah, so no, mythology is definitely a super fun part of history. You know, it's personal what each person considers to be mythology. Like, a Christian wouldn't consider their own religion mythology, probably. But, you know, like a Muslim or a Jew might consider their other people's religions mythology. And it's not an insult. It's just like, hey, I'm not familiar with this, and so I do not think it's real, but also,
yeah,
I'm not telling other people it's not, right? Everybody's entitled to their own opinions.
Definitely. Since mythology and stuff and like history is interesting to you, have you ever considered going into more of like archaeology, paleontology and stuff like that?
For sure, it was definitely one of the things I consider. I also considered forensic archaeology because I really liked Bones, the show Bones, as a kid. Probably shouldn't have been watching it as a kid because it's pretty graphic, but you know, it's fine. I did think about archaeology. I decided to go. Sorry, my dog is now squeaking his toys because he is aged in. I considered that as when I was first picking colleges. I opted against it because it was a little more sciencey than I was into. I don't like science. I don't like math. It's just not my thing. I don't know how to do it. I've never been good at it. So I've been trying to stay away from that. But I did definitely consider archaeology, and it is a super cool field. So.
Yeah, that was something that I was very interested in when I was younger, but I kind of just stopped because I was like, oh, school, and then just completely said no.
Oh, yeah. What are you doing for school? Are you in school right now?
I am not in school. Actually, Austria is pretty cool with stuff like that because we can go out of our ways, and instead of going to college or university after 9 years of like the basic school, we can start working jobs like mainly. You still have to go to school like for 2 months a year or something, but the rest is like just working, which is
actually really
basically
cool.
An apprenticeship. I'm a theater tech apprentice.
You just got to watch me walk right off the map, and I'm gonna pretend
Oh,
it didn't happen.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. We are blind. Yeah, I basically live out the theater techies dream of actually working it as a job.
That's actually so sick. I mean, I think America is way too college-centered because it makes them so much money, but I really think, I wish we had more of like an apprenticeship system in America, because even though for me, college was the only logical option because I wanted to be a teacher, like if I didn't, I wouldn't want to pay $100,000 for a degree that I can barely use. You know, just another example of capitalism ruining education. Say la vie, I guess. But.
Okay, I have another question, which is teacher-based again. Mental health is a big problem in the education system. Do you have any plans on like educating yourself more about stuff like working with autistic children and ADHD
so mental health and also just like differentiated. I think they call it differentiated education instead of special education now, which I think is a better term. I chose not to go into that field specifically just because I really wanted to focus on the content of history a lot more than I'd be able to. But I know for a fact because I watched that teacher I was talking about. I helped him with a lot of professional development stuff, and during that they have courses for how to differentiate education successfully in your classroom, and you do courses in college as well. But there's always opportunities actually through the school to go to conferences and stuff. You get paid time off to go to those conferences to learn more about that, and you can also go to seminars and stuff in school. My school offers a lot of really good seminars about that stuff that you can go to for like extra credit or a couple units of classes. So honestly, I was surprised at how much focus they're putting on it. I was really impressed and happy to see that. So.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And I am trying to learn more about ADHD and stuff like that because I know a lot of kids with ADHD end up like suffering in school just because nobody takes them seriously, and they're like, oh, you're fine, just focus harder or something. I don't have ADHD, but I know that is stupid. Like, I know that is just not how it works.
Yeah,
I have friends with ADHD, and I've seen people talk about it online, and it's just ridiculous to me. So yeah, definitely a priority of mine is to figure out how to make education accessible for every kid that I have, right? Like, I don't think there's any reason to deny a child education.
Oh yeah,
no
absolutely.
matter how they are, right? So.
I have ADHD, which is basically why I stopped with like school stuff. I would have loved to be more in like archaeology or like studying stuff, but or psychology, but it just kind of really was demotivating since teachers actively didn't even want to learn about it. So that
I
was
absolutely understand. Yeah,
very discouraging. So it's nice to hear that like younger and newer upcoming teachers want to actually change something there.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean all the kids that I say kids, but you know, we're like 18, 19. The people that I've talked to in college who are in my major all have the same opinions, because a lot of us also struggle with like depression and anxiety and blues coming to our base, but I think I'm fine.
Someone
maybe not,
is at our base.
Oh, they're good. I got him. Where was I? Oh, right, because a lot of us also struggle with stuff like depression, and not me personally, not ADHD, but a lot of my friends do, and OCD and stuff like that. Even like bipolar. I don't know the correct term for it is bipolar disorder. I don't want to use any incorrect language, but and stuff like that. And I mean, I think we all realize firsthand how important it is in your education that people actually like take that into consideration. And part of it is like, you know, you want equality in education. You don't want like somebody with ADHD to not be able to go to school, but people forget that equality doesn't mean that like everybody should be treated the same. It means everybody should get the same result, right?
Yes.
So I think like the difference is like equality versus equity, right? So equity would be giving everybody the tools they need to succeed equally, and equality would be like giving everybody the same thing, even if some people need different stuff, right? So like giving a kid with ADHD an extra assignment versus like actually working with them and helping them focus and understand, and working with like, I don't know, I'm forgetting the name for them now. I know a lot of teachers are super against like, are they called fidget toys?
Oh yeah, fidget toys.
Right, like a lot of teachers are like, those are distracting to other students.
Yes.
It's like, no, okay, no, they're not, because we've all seen them and we all know exactly what they are. And B, like if that's gonna help a kid with ADHD focus, then why are you outlawing it? Like, that's just selfish. I just don't. Anyway, so no, a big part of what I think the new generation of teachers are thinking is that like there's no one size fits all to education anymore.
Especially since
we've be able to adapt.
Especially since we've progressed so far with everything. Like, there's actually some schools around here that pride themselves on being so future based and stuff, and then you just see their education and more, and you just think like, hey, that is actually not even helping the children. And
yeah, absolutely.
As someone who has ADHD and uses fidget toys, especially during school stuff, I actually got ridiculed quite a lot by teachers, saying that it's just distracting for everybody else, and that I shouldn't be so inconsiderate and stuff, and that was actually kind of weird. But that's
really frustrating.
But I think it's gonna get better with like newer teachers.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But yeah. Okay, let's see. I have TNT, and I'm going to try and use it. Let's see, where should I go?
Go to red.
Go to red? Okay, we'll go to red. Stuck on a vine. Oops. Somebody, Knox is Gay, said, my school gives out fidget toys to those with ADHD and ADD. That is actually super cool. That's fantastic. My high school, banned them, so there's a bit of contrast there.
Oh, which
I thought was ridiculous.
That is uncool.
But it was uncool. So that's really good that they're willing to admit that they help kids a lot. And I mean, they're not that distracting. Teachers might get distracted by them because they're so obsessed with what other people are doing, but I don't think kids actually get distracted by them.
No, definitely. When I was like had a dispute with a teacher one day because of that, my class actually had my back and like actually
that's so nice.
Actually started bullying the teacher.
Good. You know what? In that case, I support that. Normally I'm like, hey, teachers are just doing their job, be nice. But if the teacher is being a bad person, I absolutely support sticking up for yourself. So that is fantastic. I did it. I'm on one heart, but I did it.
Based on some small LGBT struggles. do you plan on like asking your future students for like pronouns and stuff?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. I mean, a lot of my teachers, even in high school, did do that, even though I wasn't expecting it because a lot of them were older. But a lot of them did like little surveys at the beginning of class where you'd be like, what's your name? What's your preferred name? What pronouns do I need to use with your parents? What pronouns do you want me to use with you, right? And it's like, are they different, right? And I thought, even though it didn't apply to me because I am cis, I did really think that was very nice, and I definitely will be doing that as a teacher for sure, 100%. Not even a question. Yeah.
That is wonderful.
Thank you.
As someone who is non-binary and in a German-speaking country, I have the problem of there not being any gender-neutral terms, so I have to result in accepting being more or less misgendered all the time.
Yeah, that is really rough. I did think about that because the teacher I TA for was a Spanish teacher, and I did think about, luckily we did not have any kids with they them pronouns in Spanish because it's really hard to refer, use gender neutral pronouns in Spanish because like they're just, as far as I know, there isn't like a commonly accepted one, which is horrible. And I don't, like, it's not that complicated. I don't know why. Spanish language changes all the time. Just a few years ago, they literally changed the alphabet. I don't know why they can't add another pronoun. Like, it's not.
It is kind of hard.
Anybody.
And it's kind of hard with pronouns. In German, it's just like there's so many pronouns, and what is they them in German is also she her. So,
oh, interesting.
Like
well, actually, in Spanish, like when you're referring to a group of people, you use male pronouns, as a default. So.
Yeah, so like that is kind of hard to go like him. That's why I go by he, him in German, which makes it a lot easier and gives me less dysphoria than she, her. So that is actually
interesting. Okay, good to know.
Quite the thing, and France added gender-neutral pronouns to the French language recently.
Oh, perfect. That is
cool.
Like, it's definitely possible. So, that's really cool, actually. Oh, hello, Yellow. Oh, there's no point coming to our.
Oh,
Bye,
no.
I'm dead. Had a good run, though.
Yeah, that was a really good run.
Not bad, not bad. But yeah, no, I think it's definitely important to be thinking about that as, I mean, society changes for, I think, the better. And I know a lot of people are stuck in their, like, close-minded, old-fashioned ways, and it's like, I don't get the refusal to change, right? Because even if you don't understand it, you shouldn't make an effort to understand things you don't. Like, I know a lot of, like, older people are like, that was never like that back in my day. You know, back in my day, we were like, okay, and now things are changed. Like, if you talk to somebody 100 years older than that old person, they would be like, oh, back in my day, and the old people would be like, that's crazy, right? So I think, you know, just refusing to acknowledge change is a horrible thing, so.
Yeah, understandable. Okay, this is the last game, so chat.
Okay.
If you have any last questions, ask them now.
Before I get my ass kicked at bedwars again.
I just saw someone do on Hannah Rose, and she was
I
like,
love her.
God. I actually don't watch her, but I think she's pretty damn cool, and I see her on my TikTok like quite a lot.
Yeah. You know, I don't watch her YouTube, but I see when she's streaming. Oh dang! Hello. No bed for you. No bed for you. No bed for you.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Bed for them. Shoot. Oh, they got it right before I died. That's unfortunate. Oh God. No, at least you don't have to multitask anymore. Yes, this is true. Now I can just like read chat and chat. It's probably for the best. I will spectate you.
Okay.
But yeah, no, Hannah Rose, she streams like really late at night, which is great because I'm on Pacific time. I'm on the West Coast of the States, and when it's like midnight for me, pretty much everybody else is passed out. So she's up when I am, which is really nice. So I've gotten into her streams recently. She's really cool.
I have like, since I'm like streaming too quite a lot. For me, it's always funny to see people because either I get the wonderful Australian people who are like, why are you streaming at 6 a.m. in the morning? And then you're like, oh, I'm sorry, for me it's like midnight, which is not that good either.
Oh, it's so funny. Oh my God.
So that is always quite the thing for everybody.
Yeah, no, being on the West Coast is actually pretty great for watching streams because in the mornings we have like European streamers that are like, you know, it's 8 o'clock over there right now, or what is it over there, 9 o'clock?
Oh, it's like 9 currently since
Right. So it's like, pretty much good streaming time for you guys. So I've always got like something to watch during the day, which is very nice because if I don't have something in the background, I cannot focus at all. So it's okay. They had pretty good questions. I was happy that people participated. So
yeah, I'm
really
so
cool.
happy when chat interacts, and especially the cutest thing what they do sometimes is interact with each other. Like when I was playing music, because I sometimes play ukulele on stream, they actually started dancing together, like roleplay dancing on stream in the chat, and it was so cute. Yeah, red C is a gender neutral way with also some people feel hurt. I don't see language to say things except. Yeah, true.
Oh yeah, absolutely agree. Especially with the last sentence that you said, Robin. I totally agree with that. Language is a tool that should continue evolving, right? Like it's not a history thing. It's not a respect thing. It's like, oh, but it's always been this way. We need to protect our language. That's ridiculous. Language exists to be able to convey meaning, and if your language needs to update to convey a meaning, then you should update it. And that's my point of view, of course. But yeah, definitely agree with that.
I have to vouch for that. Like big times. Like that's true. Like we cannot stay at old outdated stuff. Like you can still use a PC that runs with Windows XP, but it's
great analogy. Absolutely.
Not gonna go good for a long time.
100% agree.
Like you always update stuff. Like we wouldn't have Windows 10 or stuff like that. We wouldn't have
people should see language as a technology, because like an iPhone, like it really is a tool, and it will keep updating as it as we need it to, and people that try to stop it are just, I think, misunderstanding what language should be.
Definitely. There's no reason to just say like no, it always has been that way and it always needs to be that way. That's
right. God, like if we had been saying that from the dawn of time, like we would still be living in hunter-gatherer tribes. Like, like what? Like I don't understand how people really think that's a good argument. Exactly, Sarah. Sarah, I totally agree with that. Like people are so okay with like stuff that they don't have a personal connection to, right? Like if you just add a new verb or like we adopt a word from another language, they're like, okay, cool. But then as soon as they have like an excuse to be like, that's ridiculous, I don't agree with this, language is a tradition, it's just an excuse for them being, resistant to change or bigoted or whatever it may be. Something I think about, this is kind of off topic, but something I think about a lot with history is, especially when Hamilton was really popular, if you had told the founding fathers that in like 300 years they would have teenagers writing fan fiction and drawing fan art about them on the internet, I think they all would have collectively had a seizure. I don't think they would have been able to process that, and that is just something that brings me joy.
Oh god, you literally just brought a Miku Binder Jefferson into my head, and I hate it here.
No.
Oh wait, if we're on that note already, hey. Ren.
Yeah.
I like your shoelaces.
Oh, I'm gonna throw up. Why would you do this to me?
I don't know. Meet me in the ball pit.
Oh god, what's the response to the shoelace one? Thanks, I got them from the president or something?
Yeah, thanks, I stole them from the president. Okay.
Jesus Christ. Dude, okay, did you see all the stuff about, like, MCYT, like, school AUs or whatever that's coming out now after Dreams, like, one stream?
Oh, yes, like, with
I'm getting such flashbacks.
Oh, yes! Oh, you know what I'm missing so far. I mean, TikTok is coming close to be, like, speedrunning Tumblr right now.
It is! Oh, God, I know. It's so scary. I'm enjoying it. It's really entertaining, but it is terrifying, and I would like, please stop.
I have to agree, like, oh, God.
It's terrifying.
Oh, it is definitely terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you know there's actually a Miku Binder Filsa?
Oh, that's something I'm never gonna be able to forget. Thank you so much.
And someone made a Dream Binder version of that, and I'm just like, oh. Kinda,
Lord. Honestly,
kinda
you know what?
though.
Great. History repeats itself, you know? So.
Literally, with like the different subgenres of Twitter and everything, it's just like Tumblr 2.0. Oh,
Oh, we look so nice. Look at
yeah, it
us.
looks so cute. I actually made my own skin.
Really? It is so cute.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
like the few art stuff that I can do is make Minecraft skins. I actually made some for my friends, like Bree.
Wait, that is crazy because I tried to make one because I couldn't really find any that looked like me, and I could not figure it out. It was just something that didn't work in my head. So I'm actually really impressed with that. That's so cool. Love the yellow. Love the green shoes. Fantastic. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it's my favorite colors. Like,
That's awesome.
also,
green's one of my favorite colors too. So.
oh, that's cool. I have like, it's not the right green. I have like a dusty green like that, which is my favorite color. And this
Like a sage green.
yeah, like
That is
yeah.
my favorite. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Also, oh yeah, like my eyes, kind of like the eyes, but
Really?
like
That
a
is
bit
so
more
cool.
pastel.
That is sick. I have brown eyes and brown hair, and so I wish I had green eyes. On the skin, I think the skin has green eyes, so I will pretend I have green eyes
let's
just
see.
for fun.
Yeah, it has. I actually have green eyes and blonde
Lucky,
hair.
that's so cool. Oh, that is so cool.
Also, on the side of my face, there's a mask since I'm a
Oh my god.
since I'm a faceless streamer.
Oh wait, that's so sick. I love that.
It's like
Oh,
it's
really
like my
cool.
froggy GIF emote thingy that
I opened your
use.
merch store. Those are so cute. I might actually get one when I get my next paycheck. Those are really cute. So.
Oh my god, thank you so much. Yeah, I
Yeah,
made
of
this
course.
all myself.
Oh, they are really cute. So.
Basically, like all the art that is currently on my stream and stuff, everything from the channel, like notifications and everything, the gifs that come up is all made by me, like the little pixel art and the
Good.
animations. Like, I'm so
That is
happy
so
that I have a
cool.
bit of an artist background, so I'm just whew, good that I
No,
was able to
absolutely.
make that. Yeah,
That's so
also
cool.
like the little subscriber badges that you can see next to the people. And
Oh
the-
yeah. No, that's so cool. That's really cool that you're able to make your own stuff.
I have, by the way, I have a schedule now too, so every Tuesday and Sunday there will be Undertale streams at 8 p.m. for me, which is
Awesome.
an hour before right now. And every Wednesday and Saturday, like when I have a guest, will be the interview streams, which is really
I will
making
make
me
sure-
happy.
Sorry.
Oh, don't worry, that's fine, that's fine.
I will make sure to come back for the other interview streams. This was actually really fun. I really enjoyed doing this.
Oh,
So.
thank you so much. I'm so glad that people like it, because it's always been a little dream for me since I do have ADHD and it was left untreated for a while. I never got
yeah.
therapy for it. So, and I still can't afford it, but I know how to deal with it because I learned it by myself.
That's good.
I actually don't understand people so easily. Like, I have no clue, like I have no idea of social cues or empathy really, which is kind of annoying. And the best way to get to know people and get to know about empathy and more of like that is to actually talk to people. So this
I
little
totally agree.
interview time thingy that I'm planning to do more often, like today, is actually helping me with understanding people. And that's
awesome.
something that quite interested me for a long time, because humans are so interesting people.
They really
interesting things.
Yeah, totally agree.
Especially when you can talk about different viewpoints that you might actually not agree to. Oh, this is a disclaimer. I might actually at some point interview people who may not have the same beliefs as me, even if it's like politically or something, because I have to say I'm a very left-wing person.
Oh yeah, me too.
So if I ever have like a person from more right-wing perspectives of something, this is not gonna represent my views. It's just a basic thing to understand like different opinions. How do they get there and stuff.
No, I totally believe in like listening to other people's point of views, you know, as long as they don't cross that line of like, you know, disrespecting human existence, right?
Yeah, like,
so I think that's definitely valuable.
Like, it would actually be interesting to have like a person, if they can be respectful about stuff like my identity as a non-binary person and stuff, if they can go around that respectfully, sure, might as well interview someone like that, but
Yeah, no, absolutely.
if they can't do that, like, respect it for that short period of a time
Right.
of 1 hour, that would be, like, that would
I mean,
be
I think
actually
how,
quite
like, healthy
interesting.
debate and, like, respecting other people is, like, in discourse that you might not, like, understand is something that we don't teach in schools enough. Like, sure, we have, like, you know, debate teams, but those don't deal with actual real life topics. And when
Oh,
somebody's
that's
sitting
true.
there insulting your own identity, like, it's just, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, that's basically what I would love to do, like showing different people's opinions and how did they get there, what prompted them to do that thing and stuff, what made them right now.
Absolutely.
So yeah. Oh yeah, true. I am stretching. I've seen it. I did not ignore it. Thank you so much, Nox and Ara. I am hydrating.
I will also have a sip of water just for solidarity.
I have no water. I only have vodka, and I'm not gonna hydrate with vodka.
Wow, lovely.
I will hydrate after stream, and I will send a picture of me holding the water because I'm faceless, but I can still take a selfie with like my mask and my signature glasses, as you can see in the piece emote.
You're just like Rhonda, it's fine. Everybody loves that. It's fun.
Yeah, that's like basically a emote thing. Yeah, I'll do it after stream. I'll be posting the picture on my Discord because I don't have water here right now. Okay, so I can say for the next stream already, it's gonna be with another artist. We'll see.
Do you know who it is already?
Yeah, it's
or are you not saying?
I'm saying it because I probably announce it as soon as I've made a time with them. Hold on, I need to make sure that I'm not scrambling up who it is, because I already talked to them about it. I will be interviewing another artist, that's what I know for sure. The next two people will be Maximum Cute on Twitter and Atlas Romeo on Twitter.
Ooh,
two wonderful artists, and I'm gonna look forward to it so much. Maximum Cute is a wonderful artist I got to know a while back, who is more fandom based of, I think we got to know over the Adventure Zone AD&D podcast, and they're mostly doing furry art, which is so cool. And I actually like them a lot. They're such a nice person, and it's so cool. I got to know them a while back on I think on an anime convention actually.
Oh, awesome. That's really cool. I will make sure to watch.
Perfect. It's gonna be on Wednesday next week. I don't know the time yet, but I'll update y'all on that in the Discord.
Okay, perfect.
And I'll be interviewing them. Okay, so this is it for today. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. Thank you so much for the support, and please support Fuck.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. And thank you for having me. I had a lot of fun.
Please support Renahliaa on Twitter, and I hope you enjoyed the series today. And this concludes my first YouTube video that I added. I hope you liked the podcast, and I hope I see you again. The next one will be on Wednesday next week. I hope you like it, and thank you so much for watching. Please support Renahliaa and have a great time. Woo!